We do have a fund right now only with two currencies in it. This is a private fund, and that's Bitcoin and Ether. Yes, we think it's an asset class. We think Bitcoin itself will, I was quoted in some paper, I never said this, but someone did some homework and added what I was saying up and said, Ark thinks this is a $10 trillion opportunity when it came to Bitcoin. And I said, I never said that, but I did actually say it with the building blocks. We think institutional could institutional going to say 5 or 6% of institutional portfolios, again, very low correlation. And that's sort of where real estate and emerging markets went. That would add $500,000 to Bitcoin's price. So right there, that's nearly a tenfold increase.
Hey, I'm Stephen and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in this video, we're hearing from Ark Invest Cathie Wood discussing cryptocurrency. She also drops a huge bombshell and reveals that Ark Invest actually have a secret crypto fund that holds Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Cathie Wood also runs through some scenarios in which Bitcoin could add $500,000 to its current value to be worth over $550,000 per Bitcoin in the not too distant future. So let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, do you think, or what's your sort of vision for Bitcoin? Is it going to become a reserve currency? Is it scarcity value like real estate? It started the purview of every college student, including my own, knew about Bitcoin before their parents did. So what's your kind of vision going at 5 years and 10 years for Bitcoin as an asset class and a value?
We don't have to go out 5 or 10 years. It's here. We believe, we wrote a white paper in 2016 called Bitcoin Ringing the Bell for a New Asset Class. And so, yes, we believe it's here. We believe that Bitcoin is the reserve currency of the crypto asset ecosystem. We also believe that there will be very few huge winners in the crypto space. We think the cryptocurrencies are going to be the huge winners. So this is really flipping the internet on its head in terms of how it evolved. And the internet evolved without a payments infrastructure. And the reason for that is nobody thought commerce would evolve on it. This was for intelligence and academia, and consumers in the United States weren't even allowed to use the internet legally until 1991, Telecommunications Act. We believe that the Bitcoin is, and crypto world, the value accrual, where we will see most of the value accrue is to the cryptocurrencies themselves. This is not what happened in the internet. In the internet, the protocols, so Bitcoin's blockchain is one protocol, Ethereum another, the protocols basically just became standards, right? Technology standards upon which these very valuable applications were built, Facebook, Amazon, and so forth. The value accrued to the applications. This time, we think the value will accrue to the protocols themselves and the currencies as measured by their currencies.
So just for context, earlier this month, the total value of all cryptocurrencies combined exceeded $2 trillion for the first time, with Bitcoin alone accounting for about half of that value, about $1 trillion just for Bitcoin. If Cathie Wood and Ark Invest are right, and the value continues to accrue to the cryptocurrencies themselves, we could easily see the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies combined past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus trillion dollars. The big question is, What's the best way to get a slice of the action? Ark Invest believe maybe there's going to be 4 to 5 really big winners in this space, maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. What about the others? So one way that I personally think might be an okay way to get a piece of this growing cryptocurrency market is investing in a platform like Coinbase. Now, I personally do not have a position in Coinbase. I just want to reiterate that. No money, big tax bill. What are you going to do? But if Coinbase can maintain comparable market share to what they have today, and the value of the assets that are being sold and bought on their platform continues to appreciate over time, and their fees maybe compress a little bit but not enormously, you would think that over time, generally speaking, say the revenues and the profits that Coinbase are bringing in will scale relatively in line with the actual cryptocurrency market itself in terms of the underlying value of the cryptocurrencies. Again, I'm not trying to give you guys investment advice, but I'm thinking, you know what, maybe investing individually in cryptocurrencies is outside your risk profile, but there's other ways to get a piece of this market. Again, no investment advice, just thinking out loud.
We believe that Bitcoin is already the reserve currency of the crypto asset ecosystem. And we can see that in that many crypto assets, most I would say, are priced in terms of Bitcoin. So that's the unit of account. The currencies are very important. We think there will be maybe 4 or 5 that are going to accrue the most value. Now, DeFi, watching it evolve, I mean, we're in the Wild West, decentralized finance. It's very exciting. So that's probably why Ether is going to be another one. We do have a fund right now only with 2 currencies in it. This is a private fund, and that's Bitcoin and Ether.
This is a bombshell from Cathie Wood, disclosing that Ark Invest actually have a secret, well, private, which means unfortunately for everyone watching, you guys can't invest yet. Maybe they can get around the regulatory hurdles in the future. A cryptocurrency fund that currently contains both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Truthfully, the actual cryptocurrency is contained in Ark's crypto fund. Not surprising. I mean, let's be honest. If you were to start a crypto fund and you're only able to put 2 cryptocurrencies in there, and you're not an idiot who just wants to put Dogecoin in there for the memes, which currencies would you be most likely to use? I would suggest most people would answer Bitcoin and Ethereum. Obviously, Bitcoin been around, gold standard, blah, blah, blah. Ethereum has a huge amount of use, and obviously we've got NFTs going to the fucking moon right now. Can't wait to see that whole marketplace settle down. So, totally makes sense. I get it. Hopefully in the future, Ark Invest can find a way to let retail investors actually invest in that fund. But of course, retail investors could just go out and actually buy the underlying assets that are in that fund anyway. Not much of a difference really, right?
But we're scouring the scene. Some of the custody arrangements associated with others like Decred aren't quite there yet. So, you know, again, we're picking our spots carefully. And so, yes, we think it's an asset class. We think Bitcoin itself will, I was quoted in some paper, I never said this, but someone did some homework and added what I was saying up and said, you know, Ark thinks this is a $10 trillion opportunity when it came to Bitcoin. And I said, I never said that, but I did actually say it with the building blocks. We think institutional could institutional going to say 5 or 6% of institutional portfolios, again, very low correlation. And that's sort of where real estate and emerging markets went. That would add $500,000 to Bitcoin's price. So right there, that's nearly a 10-fold increase.
Now, I suspect there's 2 camps of people watching this video. Those of you who've just heard Cathie Wood say that she believes that Bitcoin could easily add another $500,000 to its value, and you think, no shit, Sherlock, obviously, Bitcoin to the moon, duh. There's probably another camp of people who are like, are you serious? $500,000 for a Bitcoin? How high are you? Well, the answer to that question is yes. So I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Do you think it's a realistic scenario that Bitcoin, let's say in the next 5 to 10 years, somewhere in that period of time, could reach a value of over $500,000 per Bitcoin? Let me know. I would love to know the sentiment. I know some people are hyper bullish, some people are quite skeptical, and some are in the middle. So this will be a great way to gauge where you guys and girls are at.
If you look at playing the role of cash on the balance sheet, which is, we did not incorporate this into our institutional white paper because we didn't expect it, to be honest. But now we see Square and Tesla and MicroStrategy. They have diversified some. In the case of Square and Tesla, it's 5% and 8% respectively. MicroStrategy, it's 100% of their cash in Bitcoin. So if you were to expect 1%, if corporations did that. I think this is just a US calculation too. That would be a 40,000 increase in Bitcoin. If it's 10%, closer to where Tesla is, that would be a $400,000 increase in the price. So again, another 8-fold increase. So, and those are just 2 use cases.
Just to make sure nothing is missed or misunderstood here, what Cathie Wood has just said, she's given an example. If 10% of US-based corporations put a similar amount of their cash into Bitcoin as Tesla did, that alone would propel the Bitcoin price up another $400,000 just from that use case. What if 10% of global corporations did it? What if 10% of investment banks buy some Bitcoin? Hedge funds? I could keep going.
I mean, the biggest use case is an insurance policy for anyone in the world, to protect against confiscation of wealth. And part of that, it could be inflation with unhinged monetary policies. I think that's much more of a risk in emerging markets. And so I think we'll see a lot of insurance policies being taken out in the form of Bitcoin. I often reflect that the Saudi princes probably wished that they had allocated some of their wealth to Bitcoin, because they certainly didn't expect their own cousin to confiscate it. But that happens all over the world in ways that we don't even understand. And so I think that insurance policy could be the biggest use case.
This is another great point from Cathie Wood. It may not be as relatable to a lot of folks watching this channel. If you're from a relatively developed nation that has relatively competent leadership, you're probably not super fearful of having wealth confiscated or absolutely insane hyperinflation. But many people on Earth are. Bitcoin or other forms of cryptocurrency can be a great hedge against hyperinflation, wealth confiscation, and just an incompetent government. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Over the medium term, I'm actually quite bullish on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but any further out into the distance than that gets a little bit murky. I can't really see into the long term and have a high level of confidence in how things will play out. But if you put a gun to my head and force me to make a decision, make a call, make a prediction, I suspect that in a decade's time, the total value of the cryptocurrency markets probably more than 10x from where they are today, but I have no idea who will be the winners and the losers. I could guess and say Bitcoin's probably going to be around, Ethereum's probably going to be around, but honestly, I don't have an extremely high level in confidence of that over the longer term. Again, medium term, quite bullish on Bitcoin and many other cryptos, but long term, hard to see. But if I'm being honest, I still think the cryptocurrency market in general is still in its infancy. What do you guys think? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.